Fiqh of Fasting by Sheikh Dr. Ahsan Hanif. Introduction. Fasting is one of the 5 pillars of Islam. Although one can fast throughout the year, this pillar is most commonly associated with the month of Ramadan, which is the 9th month of the lunar Hijri year. The Arabic word for fasting is sawm, which means to refrain and withhold. Ramadan begins. Ramadan begins with the sighting of the new crescent moon or the completion of the 30 days from the previous month of Sha'ban, in the event of not being able to sight the moon. Once this happens, fasting becomes an obligation on every able Muslim above the age of puberty. The Islamic month can last for either 29 or 30 days, so for the duration of Ramadan, Muslims fast the daylight hours. The daily timing of fasting is from dawn, Fajr, until sunset, Maghrib. How to fast. You make the intention to fast in your heart before the dawn of each day. It is recommended to have a pre-dawn meal, known as suhoor. However, you must ensure to finish eating and drinking before dawn comes in. It is advisable to drink plenty so as to keep hydrated throughout the day. Once dawn comes in, you must refrain from anything which can break the fast until sunset. Things which nullify the fast are eating, drinking, intentionally vomiting, and ejaculation. Women on their menses or postnatal bleeding are given a divine concession to not fast on those days. Everything else is permitted as normal. At sunset, one breaks the fast, also known as iftar. It is recommended to break the fast with dates, and if not, then water. There is also a recommended supplication that one should say at this time. The spiritual fast. Just as one refrains from anything which physically breaks their fast, they should also work on its spiritual aspect. That means that they refrain from all sins such as lying, cheating, and harming others. They withhold their tongue and limbs from evil. Throughout the fasting day, it is recommended to busy oneself as much as possible with reciting the Quran, supplicating to Allah, remembering Him, charity, and other good deeds. Ramadan is also a good time to discipline yourself and give up things such as smoking. Exemptions from fasting. People on medication must seek medical advice. If they are unable to fast due to medical needs, they have a divine concession to not fast. Other people who are also exempted from fasting are women on menses and postnatal bleeding, pregnant and breastfeeding women, people who are ill, those who are too physically weak to fast, such as the elderly and those traveling. In all of the above cases, the days missed in Ramadan must be made up after the month of Ramadan once those exemptions no longer apply. However, in the case of those who are unable to fast at all, such as the elderly, they feed a poor person per day missed instead. Other acts performed in Ramadan. The month of Ramadan also includes a recommended nightly prayer known as Taraweeh, which takes place after the Isha prayer. On one of the odd last 10 nights of the month, 21st, 23rd, 25th, 27th, or 29th, is the night of decree, Laylatul Qadr. To worship on this night is better than 1,000 months. A day or two before the end of the month and the Eid celebration, one should give a set charity known as Zakatul Fitr to the poor and needy. The charity is a set amount of food, or one can give the money to a charitable organization which will then buy and distribute the food.